G'day guys, Mr. B here with another maths tutorial for you. We're going to look at probability today, and more specifically, we're going to look at complementary events. Now guys, to get us introduced to this topic, I got a question on the screen. Is it going to be sunny today? And guys, to answer this question, there's two options. It's either going to be sunny or it's going to be not sunny. And guys, this is an example of complementary events. There's a probability that it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. There's two possible outcomes, only two. And with complementary events, there's only two possible outcomes. Guys, let's put some probability numbers around this. So we live in Queensland. It's a pretty sunny state. Okay, and the probability that it would be sunny, let's just put a number to that. We're going to say 9/10. And guys, with complementary events, if we add the probability of each event happening, it's always going to give us 1. So I know straight away that with this example, the probability of it not being sunny is 1/10 or 1 out of 10. And I know this because if I add these two together, it gives me 10 out of 10, which simplifies down to 1. And guys, this is true for any complementary events. So guys, I'm going to show you some formulas now. And guys, complementary events occur when there are only two possible outcomes in a situation. So it could be flipping a coin where we get either heads or tails. It could be when we're looking at the weather, it's either going to be raining or it's not going to be raining. Could be picking out some marbles out of a bag where it's either going to be a blue marble or it's not going to be a blue marble. And these are examples of complementary events. And if we add the probabilities together for complementary events, then it's always going to give us 1. And because we know this, we can actually rearrange these formulas. And for complementary events, if we know the probability of an event happening, we can find the probability of the event not happening, which is pretty cool. Now guys, if these formulas are looking a bit scary to you, don't worry, we're going to look at two examples, and hopefully this will help you to understand the concept and to move forward with complementary events. So guys, let's look at an example. If a card is drawn from a pack of cards, what is the probability that the card is not a diamond? Well guys, if we remember about a pack of cards, there's 4 different suits and there's 13 cards from each suit. So guys, the probability of picking a diamond is going to be 13 out of 52, because there's 52 possible outcomes, and this simplifies down to a quarter, or 1 out of 4. Probability that this isn't going to be a diamond is going to be equal to 1 minus the probability of it being a diamond, okay? And we know that from the formulas for complementary events from the last slide. Now, if we're going to do this, well, we know that the probability of a diamond is a quarter, so the probability of it not being a diamond is going to be 1, take away a quarter. Now, when we're adding and subtracting fractions, we can't just do this straight away. We've got to have the denominator the same, or the bottom number of the fraction the same for each part. And we can't do that just now. Okay, so we've got to convert our 1 into a fraction with a denominator of 4. And if we remember, we can rewrite the number 1 as a fraction. In this example, it's going to be 4 over 4. Once we've done this, we can now take away a quarter from 4 quarters, and it gives me the probability of not getting a diamond as 3 quarters. And if we wanted to, we could write a little worded sentence answer here as well. I've missed that out for today. Okay guys, we'll look at one more example just to make sure things are clear. If you want to do this yourself and give it a go and then check the working out, that's absolutely cool too. Just pause the video. If not, you just want to see this, I'm going to go through it now. So guys, a pencil case has 6 red pens, 4 blue pens, and 2 yellow pens. If a pen is randomly drawn from the pencil case, we're asked to find the probability of drawing a blue pen from the pencil case and the probability of not drawing a blue pen from the pencil case. Well guys, we can do this using our knowledge of complementary events. The first part, we don't need that though. There's 4 blue pens in the pencil case. The total number of pens is 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 6 is 12. So we're going to get the probability of 4 over 12. And that's going to simplify down to a third. Now we can use our knowledge of complementary events to find the probability of not drawing a blue pen. So the probability of not drawing a blue pen is going to be 1, take away a third, because the probability of getting a blue pen was a third. If we rewrite that 1 as a fraction, it's going to be 3/3 or 3/3. Now we can subtract that because the denominator is the same, and it gives me the probability of not getting a blue pen as 2/3. So we're more likely to not pick a blue pen than we are to pick one. Okay, and we can write a sentence answer down the bottom there as well. Guys, I hope you found this useful for working with complementary events. I'll see you all next time for more videos with Mr. B.